The Fast Food Podcast.
What's going on?
First of all, I want to talk about a few things, but this is very relevant, to be honest with you. We're talking about social media again. We're talking about Clubhouse. Eunice, you actually asked me just before we started recording what Clubhouse is.
Yeah.
The discussion that me and Drizzy has been having, especially because we're quite active on it, is why is Clubhouse consuming so much of our lives?
Because people are bored, innit?
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing doing. Like, if we've only just come out of lockdown.
Yep.
So what? I'm gathering that you guys were more active whilst lockdown was happening, right?
Yeah.
I can vouch. I can
It's
vouch for it.
slowly,
Yeah, I
it's
can
slowly
vouch for it.
now. You've slowly now moved back onto whatever you do, right? You're not on Clubhouse as much as you was, right?
No, but that was
Well,
deliberately. That was deliberate. Because, okay, for example,
Yeah.
He was enforced.
when I was introduced to Clubhouse by Drizzy,
Yeah.
lockdown was fully on, and I was just pottering around the house doing my thing. And this is a social media app, and you can just converse with people and talk to people and build relationships.
Can I ask a quick question? Where are your friends?
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah, that's what people you need to talk to. Man.
Right here. Absolutely.
These new ones coming in, there's always an agenda. Or
Something.
There's something.
Yeah. Behind it.
They could
There
be
is.
real for 6 months, and in the 7th month you
just give them
realise
time.
they're an arsehole.
He's in his back. Let it
Bro, no,
roll.
he's
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
100%.
Hey, nice.
He's
No,
he's on a level with no level.
Yeah.
I'm on another level.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout to
I
them.
talk about Dane Bowers.
Yeah.
And Dane Bowles used to see Jordan's levels.
Dane
but
back
hey.
in the day was a big boy. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's lost
He
weight
was
now.
there.
Big boy.
So basically, when I was introduced to it, my initial interaction was about networking.
Okay, that's
So
fair
it
enough.
was okay, cool. I'm a podcaster. I've been an artist for a while. I kind of want to meet people, new people, see what I can garner. You know what I mean, and see who I can interact with to further what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And initially it was great. Like, it was fantastic. I'll be in rooms, but what happened was, there's a tribe started to build, because you're on there every day, and you're waking up, you're on there, you go into bed, you're on there, and you're actually interacting with a lot of people.
Right.
And then you get to a point where people get too familiar. People get too familiar with you being on there, and then divisions started happening. So, for example, I don't want to bring names up, but people are starting to fall out with each other.
That's social media for you, man.
Right?
Why do you want to say that?
People started falling out because it's disrespectful.
Okay.
People started falling out with each other, and then people started to move that way and that way, just because a lot of people didn't want to get involved. One, two, you talk to who you're comfortable with talking to. If you're going to go in a room and you know that room, there's going to be passa or there's going to be some sort of negativity, you stay away. And that's how I'm built. And so it got to a point where about a week ago, was it a week ago, Drizzy?
Yeah.
About a week ago, it just kicked off in there. And I was like, I'm done. Like, this is like, my life is the world is starting to open back up again. We can go out for dinner. Cool. Missus, let's go out for dinner. It just happened to be on the cusp of my birthday. So we booked a couple of restaurants, and then we just started doing things. And I just moved away, and I would see Clubhouse going on, and I could see the separations. And I was like, this is what social media can do to you if you're not careful. So back to what we spoke about a while ago, with regards to the being addicted.
Oh, wow.
And how you can get into social media and find yourself lost.
100,000,000%.
And it's
It is
a real
addictive,
thing.
though.
It is.
It is
You could
addictive.
lose your job.
And then the thing that will make you realise how addictive you are is how many times you actually check your phone.
Yeah.
And that'll show you whether the addiction is real or not.
Yeah.
Because if you're constantly picking your phone, going on there, flicking through and coming off,
Absolutely.
that's an addiction.
It is.
100%.
It really
You can't
is.
even sleep good at night.
It's mad.
Too much screen time.
Too much screen time. And
Do people actually check that shit?
I had to
If you
lock it
have a
off.
look at...
I had to lock off
Look
my
at your
screen
screen
time. I
time.
had to lock it off. I locked the notifications off because I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I'm mad. This is all mad out here. So I was like, I don't want to see this shit. And I'm gonna start. It frightened me. And I just like, okay, cool.
What were the numbers? Have you got a vague idea of how many hours?
No,
you were
because
looking
I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Really, I'm a
So if you're on
YouTuber.
YouTube, you're always watching documentaries. And
Yeah,
stuff.
and so you're on there hours.
You're gonna kill time anyway.
You're killing time, but with the Facebook's cool. I've got that on. Like that's Facebook.
I didn't even look at
Facebook is
YouTube.
like,
I
all right,
think that's dead
cool.
now.
Put up a little thing, boom, out.
Cut.
Yeah, but Instagram different. YouTube's a different animal, and obviously Clubhouse recently has been a different. We've been clashing on Clubhouse, and we've been doing events on Clubhouse. But what the most important thing for me and Drizzy was about transferring that audience to here.
Yeah.
That was more important, and the fact that we have the ability, because I feel like we've all been social media dons for a while since MySpace.
Yeah.
We have more of the
Well, like
ability,
Tom.
not like the youngers, to kind of just switch off. Like, what's wrong with you just going, okay, cool, see ya.
Bye.
Like, why are we so invested? And it gets to that where we're invested in other people's lives we don't even fucking know.
100 million %.
Like, what the fuck? Like, we like, okay, I don't care. The passer that happened on Clubhouse, I was telling people, what's going on?
I'm concerned. What happened?
Bro,
Mate.
off air, off
Yeah.
mic, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Off mic, we'll talk. We're going to get
It's very
something to eat.
specific. If we
Trying to
talk
draw
about
him
it,
out.
Yeah, it's mad.
No, he's
Trying
good
to draw
though.
him
He's
out.
good.
Yeah, I know you're trying to draw me out, but it ain't going to happen. I'm
Michael
media
Jackson
trained.
can
I'm
dance,
media
right?
trained.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I can
I'm a
see.
media trained don.
Trained on.
But more importantly, it's about living real life and having experiences. Like yesterday, I went to the park with my son, kicked ball, played basketball, brought like little snacks, sat on the grass, talked to my son. Like, what's going on, son? Cool, dad. Interacting, real shit. Get me? I took a few photos, of course. But that whole social media bubble that you get caught up in, you can lose your mind. And there was people in Clubhouse, I swear to you, that didn't know how to differentiate the two. And they would feel like they're being bullied. Now, I get the bullying thing on Clubhouse. I get the bullying thing on Twitter. Twitter, there's a funny bullying
I think all
culture.
social media.
Yeah.
But they all have
Anywhere
different.
Facebook
Bullying
can
is
actually
a load of negative comments.
Yeah, but there's different ways. Like on Clubhouse, they do it in a way where it's very passive aggressive, kind of like how racism is over in the UK. Very passive aggressive. They know what they're saying.
racism?
Sorry, apologies.
Oh, I was
Sorry,
gonna say it's
forgot.
not racist here.
Yeah. So,
This
what was I
country's-
thinking? Sorry. But they're very passive aggressive with it. So they'll say something to you, and it's almost like a backhand compliment, and someone else will catch that and go, "Oh, it's that time of the day," and then they'll give you another backhand compliment. And you're there, unbeknown to you, that they're really dissing you, but they're it's like pig in what they call it?
Piggy in the middle.
Nah, something is still a pig, even though it's covered in gold or something like that. It's like,
shit.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's still a pig, but
Yeah.
it's giving it to you in gold. Like,
Yeah.
once you take that off, it's still a fucking...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't. What's that saying? You can't make a turd. What's that? What's
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Like you can't. I know what you mean, but
Yeah,
basically,
that.
no matter what,
It's still a turd.
still
no
a-
matter how you dress it up,
Yeah,
it's still a turd. You
yeah.
can put it in a gift box,
Yeah,
it's still a
I thought it
turd.
Yeah.
But turd
Okay.
sounds a bit more...
third sounds more
Professional.
radio.
Turn shit into lasagna.
Podcast
You
friendly.
can't, right? You can't turn shit into a lasagna.
That's a fact.
That's a
And
fact.
they'll say things to you, and like, there's been times, Morgs of myself have been in the same room, because majority of the time, if he's in the room, like once you follow someone, you get a notification they're in the room. So your phone will ping up, ping, Morgan's in the room. I'll be like, what am I doing? I know he's gonna cause a hurricane in there. Let me jump in. I'd give him some moral support with some more fuckery, or vice versa. So sometimes shit will be said in Clubhouse, and I will message him directly on WhatsApp, and I'll be like, fam, why am I here? Like, there's certain people who shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
There's someone in particular who takes the floor, right? She takes the floor.
She.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she will just...
It's usually females.
It's running the group. Right. So it's still very
Stirring.
general.
Yeah.
And she'll just take over the floor, and then she'll bring up some talk, some personal talk. And I'm like, whoa, is this a therapy session or what we doing? Time to go. See you later. And I just bounce out. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, you got to be slick, but then the type of bullying you get on there is totally different to the bullying that they orchestrate on Twitter. Twitter's a bit more in your face, hold that. take it or
You
leave
said
it.
this,
Yeah.
you whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then on Instagram, it's more like a. Do you know what I mean?
Instagram is not. It's hard for me. It'll be harder to get bullied on Instagram because you have to do more to search. Like no one really. I don't really unless I want to. I don't
Well,
go
it's
look at
trolls,
comments.
innit?
I don't really go in the comments. Twitter.
At first, I never.
No?
For me, I've only recently started interacting with people in the comment
Right.
section. 'Cause
Right,
I never used to look at it.
Yeah.
Because of anxiety, and I just didn't want to see nothing negative.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
the negativity is very small.
Yeah.
But
It's
still
more
there.
positive than negative, but I still don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But I tend to ignore it anyway.
Can I ask you how when you initially saw comments and you saw negative ones, how did you feel about it initially?
Well, you're always going to feel away. You're human, right?
Yeah.
How
It's
did
only
you
natural.
combat? How did
Yeah.
you combat that within?
Sometimes I might say something, and sometimes I might not.
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
you're more time I've got other people will jump on it before I've even seen it.
Yeah, they got you.
They're
Yeah,
like bam,
yeah,
bam, bam,
yeah,
bam,
yeah,
bam,
yeah.
bam, bam. I'm
See,
like,
and
oh,
that's
cool.
that alludes to what I said earlier. To
And I'm like, cool.
someone, to
got it.
somebody, you are someone because they're taking their time out of the day because they believe in what you're doing.
You got
and
a
it's something
tribe.
you're providing.
You have a tribe.
They're saying,
Yeah, no, I get-
don't attack our guy.
Don't get it twisted. I get a lot of messages saying you've helped me through lockdown. You're helping me with depression.
Right.
You're helping me with this. You're helping me with that. So many, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages, and I always say thanks.
Yeah.
But me doing what I'm doing is also helping me.
Right.
depression.
Nice. Okay.
Because
I
we all
respect
suffer.
that. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
100%. People
In our
don't
own
even
way.
know-
Last year, and that's
some
been
people
terrible.
don't even understand that term, that whole depression thing.
Yeah.
Some people think you've got to be on the floor, on your face, to be suffering from depression.
Nah.
When really you
In
could
a
just
dark
be feeling
room
a
and
little
stuff.
bit low.
Yeah.
Just be feeling under the weather. Depression means under.
Yeah. And it's important that we.
So
address it.
would you say the positive comments
Yeah.
helped you get through? Because I know especially when I was doing my music, when I was fully active doing music, positive comments lifted me so
Always.
much. It gave me like, it gave me what's the
Motivation?
word? It's not so much motivation.
Confirmation.
It gave me a purpose.
Purpose and confirmation.
Because
that
it
you
was
know you're
like,
doing good.
wow, like this Don
Understand.
lives in Germany,
Doesn't know.
don't know me from Adam or Eve, and he's like, bro, what you did, what you said is solid, and he like, you're taken back from it.
Yeah.
And I feel like filtering out the negative stuff is important, and however you do that, that's
No, you
down
have to ignore it.
Yeah,
Because the minute you entertain it, they've won.
yeah.
But do you have?
They don't know me.
Yeah.
So why should a negative comment really affect you?
Absolutely.
It's only going to affect you if someone's saying it and they're in your circle.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
of
they might
course, because they know you
Anyone
personally.
else,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's
doesn't
no
matter.
way that person there should be able to get you.
Same as Clubhouse. Same back to Clubhouse. What we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Right.
What happens is people use
Platform.
the platform and think that it's actually real.
Yeah.
And you've never met that person before.
Right.
They have no relative to you. They have no.
They're not
Relevance.
Putting, they're not putting
No
no food on your
relevance.
table.
No relevance to you.
But they feel like
they
they-
always have something to say.
But they always got something to say. Mad.
That's social media for you. Just if you know that, then you just keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just ignore it and keep it moving.
Yep.
Because all it takes is that little thing to fuck up your day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it starts spilling over into your real life. And I can't. Listen. I can't do that.
I've tried my best to, because like even with what you said about the day situation, I've tried to look at things like, okay, the day is 24 hours. That's kind of a long time to be pissed off about some stupid shit.
Right.
I'm gonna try and make it a moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make it as small as possible.
Yep.
For me to be able to like shake it off and
Of
crack on,
course.
because otherwise, when you're thinking about stuff, like if you really think about it, if something's affected you and after you say to yourself, oh, 2 hours from now, whatever was said, if you thought about where you was at 2 hours from now, would you still be bothered about it? If you can ask yourself and you can say no, you're all right.
Yeah.
But if you're still saying, nah, 2 hours from now, I'm still going to be pissed off,
Yeah.
then maybe
Yeah.
you get some...
And you know, if
counselling.
you
Absolutely.
You know,
Depending
only-
on what it is, obviously, because it might be like
Something
based
major.
on
Yeah.
Absolutely.
family
Of
or
course.
something that's, you know,
Yeah, there's levels.
an event that's close to
Absolutely.
the
I
heart.
get you.
But otherwise, you look
But
at
you're
that.
failing yourself if you're consuming so many hours in your day being in a bad space. And if you're failing yourself, failure is a bruise, it's not a tattoo. So you should get over
Yeah,
it.
it's
very
temporary,
quickly.
it's
Do you know what I'm
temporary.
saying? It's temporary thing. So keep it pushing, man. Like you'll feel much better feeling happy than you are
It's
messed up.
easy for us to say, all here, turn it off, switch it off.
Yeah,
That's easy.
but your
Delete
phone
it,
pings.
But it doesn't go like that.
It does never work like that.
Doesn't go like that.
It never does. So I feel like it's understanding your relevance to the app and reminding yourself, why am I using this app? What am I using it for? Now, again, what you do is incredible, entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, there's a life behind it, there's a person behind it, there's feelings, there's emotions behind it, there's a real person behind it.
And good intent.
So at the end of the day, you have to find your way of going, okay, cool, I'm using this platform for this reason, and then I'm out. And then you go back to your life, back to the missus, back to the whatever you do. And it has to be a constant reminder of what you're doing. And I feel like, as I said, we've discussed it. We've all been lost in social media. But again, why are
We've
we
all been
there?
lost in life in general, man.
Yeah.
We're in and out.
Yeah.
It's better to be
We're
lost in
human
life
beings,
than
man.
social
Yeah.
media,
We run
man.
on emotion, man.
Yeah, true.
Good and bad.
It's true.
Yeah. So with what's going on with the COVID and the lockdowns and the stupid rules that they come out with,
Yeah.
But there is a
the science behind it,
Yeah.
and then you'll say something, and then someone will say, "Well, are you a doctor or are you this or are you that?" And then you'll go, "Well, no, I've got common sense." Like,
Which is not that common.
yeah, well, if you're walking into you have to walk into a restaurant wearing a mask, but as soon as you sit down, you can take it
Take
off.
it off.
Does that make sense?
There's air conditioning. The place is locked. The same air is circulating. So when you tell me to look at the science behind it, look at what the science is telling me, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The science is talking to me like I'm an idiot.
Absolutely. Donnie, we're going to get to that. So, listen, I'm enjoying this. We're going to get into the pop culture.
Quick question.
Talk to me.
Sorry to butt you in.
Go for it.
Your beard's shining. It's glistening.
Bro,
What do you
yeah,
put
yeah,
in
he's
it?
got
What do you put in it? What do you put in
I
it?
appreciate the love still.
What do you put in it? Just let the people them know. Let the Donnies with beards know what you put in your beard, because it's glistening.
You know
Yeah?
what, yeah? To be real, I give it a little, a little
Pum juice.
Is it Kanani in there?
There's no Kanani in there, blood.
Is it?
No. So I give it a little...
Coconut and
I
milk.
give it a little wash, a little
berries.
conditioner. I put the conditioner in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
In your conditioner, a little oil, aloe vera.
Bro, suck.
Jojo butt oil. Did you put that in it?
No, the
Joe
beard's
don't-
looking fresh. Beard's
Jojo.
looking fresh.
Yeah. He's
Jojo.
Jojo, but I
Yeah,
can't
that's
say
what
it
I
right.
use.
Wherever
That's what I
it is,
use.
wherever
Bro,
it,
all I use is conditioner. The missus has got conditioner. I don't
yeah.
run it.
Is it Timothy?
Yeah, but why is it shining? Why is it glistening like
I
that? That's
put-
not
so then
conditioner shining
afterwards
like
then,
that.
So when I come out the bath or the shower, I dry it. I hate these motherfuckers. And then I'll just put baby oil in it, brush it, comb it, boom.
And
Okay,
blow
cool.
dry it. You blow dry it because it's straight.
You blow dry it, yeah.
Baby oil,
I thought
people.
baby
It's
oil.
baby oil.
Yeah, baby oil.
Same.
Yeah, just spray the baby oil.
So obviously, mine,
You've got
mine
a
is-
spray because you said baby oil and spray
There's a-
together.
No, baby
Yeah,
oil
it's
spray.
spray it on.
Oh, okay.
Spray it in. You
Yeah,
spray
yeah, yeah.
because basically what
So
would
you're-
happen-
you're
when I started when I first
groom-tastic.
started growing it,
Yeah.
it would get dry underneath the skin and flake.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, this ain't running. I can't
of
have a
the
beard
noni.
like this. So as soon as I oil it, it's just nice and supple underneath. It's calm. Get me? I hate you, motherfuckers. But yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
The Fast Food Podcast.
I go by the name of Morgan Heights, Trimmer, who's got the keys to my bimmer, Sakafet Freckles. We are the Fast Food Podcast. We're here every fortnight on all DSPs, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and SoundCloud. Don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, which is Fast Food Podcast TV. Peace.
The Fast Food Podcast.
You are now listening to the Fast Food Podcast.